buttons. I have hit the send tweet and post buttons on the social meds, the place where the socials happen.
I'm liking the social meds.
You gotta mead that social, as the kids say. It's and they've always been saying that. That's for sure.
Indeed, true.
I'm gonna get a little bit of music in there for our lovely viewers here.
Pop out.
Some good old royalty-free sports rock action by Infraction from No Copyright Music.
Heck yeah!
Oh, that's my favorite track. How did you know?
Yeah, everyone's favorite banger. Honestly, unironically, people who do the no copyright music are goddamn heroes, and I am deeply appreciative.
We stan music kings and queens.
Yes.
And thems.
And yeah, all the in-betweens, to be sure.
We stan.
We have no choice but to stand, truly.
True.
Oh, I should let the Discord know, as dangerous as that is.
Oh, whoa.
They're all asleep anyways. They're fucking Europeans.
Too many of them, for sure. And we all
I
know...
don't even know what time it is in Europe.
Which part in Europe specifically?
It's just Europe.
I don't know.
see,
The UK has some very strong feelings about that, actually. There was a whole thing last time I checked.
Yeah, I think there's another thing about Ukraine as well, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I have no...
Listen, you should just be like us and have only like 3 countries on the continent. That's all I'm saying.
You know,
Okay,
it
but
does make the
not-
most sense.
Yeah, but then we can have like 7 timelines per country. So
This is fair, and I am against time zones. We should abolish them.
I think that might have some
not
other
as hard as I'm going to
consequences.
abolish you. After we're done with the stream,
Hey!
we're starting with the
Trash talk
banter.
already.
Bow, bow,
Trash
bow,
talk
bow,
already.
bow. Yeah, let's give it a whole 1 more minute for people to filter in. I'm gonna change
Yes,
my
abolish
robes
time
to
zones.
red. Look,
Hashtag what is a time zone?
what is time? I mean, I've been told it's a construct, and if it is, then can't we construct something better? Am I right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chase. It was a bit first.
It was? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, not my worst joke I'll make tonight. I'm gonna put a bet on that right now. Worst jokes on the way.
You're not going to make any money off that bet. That's a guarantee.
Isn't that why we're here? We're all here for the bad jokes.
We are here for the bad jokes, but we're also here for the wrestling, which is what we're going to be doing today. And with this many people on the call, I say we just go for it. Welcome, everyone, to our Journey of Wrestling multiplayer competition. Because why not turn a text-based management game into a way to establish supremacy over your friends and loved ones? I am, of course, Chase Wassenar, co-host of the Rough Drafts podcast. And I, being the one who bought this game and have been looking for an excuse to play it with my friends, have helped organize this league with mighty contenders on the other side. So I guess I'm going to give a quick rundown of my league and then introduce each of my compatriots who will give a rundown of theirs. I am, of course, running Magically Enhanced Wrestling. And you can tell we're magical because when I hit that button, my robes change. Could I do that without magic? Obviously not. Magic. We are, of course, a region, kind of a Game of Thrones-esque battle for the crown. And you see split between 4 rival factions: the Northern Nightmare, the Eastern Elite, the Southern Sentries, and the Western Watch. But of course, we also have the Scourge of the Underdark, those who lurk below, and the Sky Sentinels, those who watch out above. Together, there is a harmony in this world that is fragile, to say the least. And to ensure that the realm does not fall into chaos, they have decided to send their champions to compete and settle diplomatic disputes in a professional wrestling league. Because how else would you handle diplomacy? Honestly, it would be better than how most countries do it nowadays, as far as I can tell. But that is just one of the 4 leagues competing tonight. Let's hear from Eduardo. Eduardo, can you please tell us about your league here today, and maybe your philosophy is that you're bringing into tonight's pay-per-view?
I mean, our philosophy is quite simple. We just bring the very best. So if you want to see the best show available, you just turn up to us. We're the Campeonato de Lucha Sur. We specialize in high production values, but overall, very technical wrestling. So if you want to see some very technique-oriented fights, this is the league for you. We have the Campeonato Andino, the Campeonato Rayen, and obviously the King of the Ring Toki match, which we'll be having tonight in Eagle versus Corvette Supernova, so you definitely can't miss that one.
Yes, all of these are must-watch matches, to be sure. And yeah, you say you've got the technique in there. I do know at least one person here who will refute that. But before we get there, we have to talk to Xander with the Glory of Legends League. Xander, can you tell us what you've got on the card for us tonight?
Yeah, so we've got a pretty great card here, okay? We're looking at a good time. We are rocking a promotion that can be put as no other way as akin to the Roman Empire, all right? You've got the Emperor's belt. You've got a lot of heavyweight belts. You got people fighting over glory, all right? And that's what we're here to do, okay? We're here to build up legends, all right? Tear them down, exile them if they get out of hand, okay? And the Emperor gives the thumbs up or the thumbs down at the end of the night. So that's what the main event of the evening is going to be, fighting over that power, okay, over the entire promotion. But no, it's a fun time. We've got a huge emphasis on our women's wrestlers as well, which I'm really excited for, because I do think I may have drafted some of the best, and that's okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to demonstrating the prowess of Glory of Legends tonight.
I mean, it's gonna fall like the Roman Empire, that's for sure.
Maybe after a couple 100 years, okay? But not immediately and not tonight, that's for dang sure, guy.
Well, there's only one way to find out. It doesn't get higher stakes than a death match, which I love that they call it a death match. Whoever
yes.
edited that in didn't think that was
death match. The emphasis, right, on the match. Okay, you got to say it correctly. Okay.
It's gonna be a big one. Definitely don't want to miss that. But of course, we have one more wrestling league. Walter, tell us about the Stamford Wrestling Alliance.
Listen, I am truly disappointed by the caliber of competition that has been brought before me today. Chase, as you well know, I am a master of the promo game. And unfortunately, what I see in front of me is Chase stealing his ideas from the Hunger Games. I see a bunch of flippy, shitty gymnastics people instead of good storytelling. And I see the fucking Roman Empire. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is about wrestling. And if you want good old-fashioned Jim Cornette wrestling, like they did down in Memphis, you guys want to pay attention to the SWA. Built in the backyard of the magnate that likes to pretend he's from New York. The SWA was founded by Harold G. Vincent and is a family business, passed along first when he retired to his son and daughter, Theodore Vincent and Mildred S. Robinson, and then they have passed it on to their children. The SWA is now held in a family trust. The son of Theodore Vincent, the eldest, is the CEO, and a variety of other cousins and brothers, sisters throughout the family have a variety of other positions. But in order to maintain the sanctity of the company, none of the current family members operate as the booker. That is where I come in. I'm here so that no one family member, gets over the other, that they all have their independent corporate jobs, but that the wrestling in and of itself is, as Gunther would say, the mat is sacred. And that is how the SWA treats it.
Yes, we all know
Can I
that.
wake up? It was such a long explanation, bro. You guys are bringing him the battle, I'm bringing him the war with not one but 2 war games.
Look,
So tune in tonight.
I just think it's really great. We know from watching the WWE that there's never corruption when it is a family-run wrestling league. It's all about the wrestling, and it never devolves into chaos and favoritism and scandal.
Chase, if I actually could say one thing, I do need to change somebody's name to Phil Brooks. So can you take care of that real quick for me?
I could. I think
last minute thing. Just got off the phone with him. Phil Brooks. Gotta get him in. Gotta get him in here. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Oh my goodness. Because for the record, I will make you spend 30 creativity points for your bad joke, my friend. I would have done it.
I know you would have.
But
Next time, that's binding legal contract, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is.
That is how it works. It's a very serious game we're all playing tonight, as you can tell by our very serious introductions.
Very serious.
But of course, these are 4 brand new leagues in the lore of this world, which is why there is no defending champion of any of the belts we're going to be watching tonight. Everything is up for grabs. Everything is on the line. And what makes this game particularly great is that it is a zero-sum game. Any fan that one of us gains tonight is going to come from someone else losing a fan. You do not win by doing anything but making your opponents lose. And I think that's beautiful. So, with that said, I am going to start off first tonight with Broken Oaths, the opening pay-per-view for the Magically Enhanced Wrestling League, because I'm the one who knows how the game works, and this will also serve as a little bit of a tutorial for our friends here. And look at this little poster here. Oh, so exciting to see the art created here. Of course, the Wrestling Spectator has a great pay-per-view, high interest for the event. Some anticipated matches of the night. Fans buzzing about everything on the card, essentially. This is pretty much all of it. So, they've got their predictions. We're not going to worry about the predictions. We're here for the event. You're here to find out what's really happening. We don't need to listen to those writers, those journalists. Patooey, I say. Let's just jump right on into it. And do me a favor, if you're watching right now in the chat, let us know who you think is going to come out on top tonight. Let's just jump on in. We start the night with a fatal 4-way street fight match between Grim Oxley, Vinny Stacks, Devin Moxie, and Johnny Scott. Now, if I wanted to, I could mess around with the type of finish that this game has. You've got dusty finishes, you've got other types of finishes, and you've got some special finishes here as well. They all have different requirements that you need to hit, and they will affect your match differently. For example, cheating, I believe, will have a match penalty. You can see here, yes, the match rating will go down a little bit, and it'll add a little bit of staleness, but it'll give a little bit of an extra bonus to who wins and a little bit less of a penalty to who loses. But you get a lot more options if you're fighting a straight match. When you add a gimmick, like a street fight match like I have, your options are limited. And honestly, fuck it. I don't need those. The match is going to stand up for itself because ultimately, sure, you've got Johnny Scott, who's a fine wrestler, the creeper Devin Moxley. Moxie has put in work over the years. Vinny Stacks, the richest kid on the block, the 19-year-old everyone's paying attention to. But tonight, it is Grim Oxley who is taking the win. And here you go. It's a 4 3/4 star match. You see some feuds have begun. The feud between Vinny and Grim is now kicked off, as is Johnny and Devin's feud. We'll be seeing more of that for a while. And holy shit, Grim Oxley spat in the face of Vinny Stacks when he asked for a handshake, which got me 30 creativity points and an additional overness boost for Grim Oxley because he is taking no prisoners. And I also got some experience for my street fight matches. So, with that it. I'm not going to go in as much in depth on all the matches because that's how this works. That's what we're doing tonight. Any questions, my competitors here, before I move on to the next match?
I have no questions. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. Then it's
Keep it
time
going.
for a 5-way trio match, an elimination match, of course, for the Jester's Joust Championships. Look, the trios get a little bit silly. There's some shenanigans in there. And of course, you've got Risk It All. You've got the Hall of Pain. Both incredible heel trios that I've got going on. Larger Than Life and Underdog, but some great quality workers here. And Liquid Steel, who do a great job when they're not on the mic. Don't worry about it. But, as you can guess by the name, tonight's about the Chosen Ones. And they are the Chosen Ones, not just because the game told me that I need this trio to get over with the fans and reach a certain popularity threshold if I want to get a whole bunch of points. No, they are the Chosen Ones. And so the lore says they have to win. And thus they will. And they will become the first ever Jester's Joust champions. Pay no attention to the morale loss by all of my other stables here. Because look how happy the Chosen Ones are. Look at how much more over they are as a result of this match. That's what matters. No other holy shit moments, which means we just move on to our fatal 4-way steel cage match for the King of the Thunderdome. Because, you know, we're never really over the Thunderdome. You can't escape the Thunderdome. As those of you who enjoy the the post-apocalyptic series. I've forgotten the Thunderdome reference that I put in my fucking league. It's fine.
You talking about Mad Max?
I am talking about Mad Max. Thank you very much. Yes, this is all a Mad Max reference. But it's fine because the guy who's going to win King of the Thunderdome, he doesn't give a shit about Mad Max. He doesn't give a shit about anything but winning his title, taking the victory home because, look, Gavin Smith might be extreme. Ashton Nieves might be a bonesaw. And Ryu Otake might be a goddamn dragon. But Monty Hendrix is a gift from God. And he's going to prove it tonight. And look at that. Plus 69 over with the crowd. He is here to prove himself.
Woo!
Yeah. And
just kidding. I'm rooting against you. You suck. No, I'm just kidding.
And here you go. Monty Hendrix hit Ryo Otake with a leg drop off the top of the cage. Give me another holy shit moment. My second of the night. And hey, Wendy Blank's getting over with the fans. So that's going to be a nice star boost to both of her stats later on. Go fucking team. But I've got a video package now highlighting the event. And as you can see, it was trash. So out of, not to drop character all of a sudden, but none of our production facilities are very good right now. We're all going to have to do a bunch of packages to level up our production and get these packages to become good over time. But by leveling them up, we'll also get more individual fights and segments that we can put in for each of our weekly shows and pay-per-views. So, sure, it may look bad to go from a near 5-star match and a near 5-star match and a near 6-star match to a 2.5-star segment. But shut up. We move on to the Keepers of the Realm. This is my women's tag division. And, I mean, this one, like, a lot of people thought the Jade Empire was going to come through here because Kaio Jade and Mistress Jade are two incredible competitors. Rude Awakening, another great heel faction with Alana Elise and Tijuana King. It's hard to underestimate the power of Overflow, but ultimately, the Shooting Stars, Malachite Bronson and Cyan Orion, they are not as well known. They are not as popular as their competitors. But what they are incredible workers. And they've put in the work. They've earned it. They're getting the win tonight. Going to enjoy a moderate boost here Overflow seems very unhappy with me. Oh, she suffered a slight injury. Oh, great. That's good. Cool. 0.1% chance, by the way. Great. I love having an injury on my opening night. Doesn't ruin my plans for after this at all. Yay. Well, I'm glad Overflow didn't win. That would have been really bad if I'd had to abdicate the title the same day that the title started. But hey, I'll take another 4.5 stars. This takes me to the Frost Witch title. The Frost Witch is, of course, one of the important positions in the court here that all these different factions want to take on for themselves. We've got so many incredible wrestlers. Tilly Cooper, someone who is incredibly gifted, has put in some work for a long time. Ai Hakai, I mean, when the name rhymes, you know it's legit. Kagetsi is the killer. And oh boy, does she terrify me. In fact, not clicking on her name does have me very concerned for what's going to happen to me backstage when this event is done. And of course, Briar Allison, she's the GOAT. And people are expecting Briar Allison to win this title, which is why it's time to make him see black. Ariana Black, she's put in so much work for me in my other league. No wonder she gets a 5-star match. No wonder she gains plus 59 popularity. That's how we do it. And do we get another? Holy shit. Oh, we get a bleeder. We got a bleeder in the match, but no points. So that's a little bit of a shame. But an important thing to note, because I've now done a couple elimination matches, my rating boost has increased. So my future elimination matches are going to be better. And also, because the Scourge of the Underdark just saw their champion win a title, look at that leader multiplier. Look at the rep increasing for the Scourge of the Underdark. They are here to play. They are here to win. And oh boy, have the Sky Sentinels won a lot of stuff tonight as well. We move on, as we must. If the game... Oh, here we go.
It will allow us.
Yes, we got there. To the Flame Warlock Championship. This is the male version that we just saw here. Our kind of upper mid-card title. And oh boy, are there a lot of fun names here. The Fuerza de Dragon. I believe that's how you pronounce it with the accent mark. Eduardo can make fun of me all he wants, and he will be right to do so. We've got his high work, high heat. He is a huge fan favorite. Derek Nash, also a beloved heel. Victor Magnus. Eli Chaos. Eli Chaos, 18-year-old phenom, the street champ of the Kiwis. Man, he wants to make his impact on this opening night. But you know what? Shane Mack might own the business. But La Bestia del Infierno, I got a fucking Hell Beast on my roster right now. And you think I'm saying no to the Hell Beast? Not tonight. The Hell Beast is going to take it. And look at that match right there. Everybody gets a bonus. Everybody is more popular and more exciting and more hyped with the fans because this match existed. That's how you fucking do it. That's a near 6-star match with some cool spots. This is a hot match, which means that all of the feuds that they're involved in are going to get a boost to how many matches that they can have before they start getting stale. And oh, by the way, Shane Mack bled in the match, but La Bestia del Infierno was about to hit him with the finisher before they both collapsed from exhaustion. The fans went crazy. Everyone is just loving the Beast. And how could you not? What an outfit. What a man, this beast, this Hell Beast of mine. And he takes the win. But here's the thing. Miracle Oda, his original gimmick was real trash. And so I have updated him, and amazingly, the game did not say what I updated him to. It just said he got a new gimmick. I don't think I wrote it down here in my notes.
Super secret gimmick.
Yes, he's All you need to know is that he's a changed man, which is important because he is entering the Defenders of the Realm Championships. An 8-way tag elimination match. You see a lot of, a lot of the powerhouses here. A lot of abs, some cowboy hats, a lot of tattoos. These are some incredible duos. Of course, it's you can't look past the Hylian cross with Ezekiel Cross and Gerudo. Highway Robbery, two of my best heels working today. No Bullshit, Beloved. And of course, Savage Vengeance coming at it with Jan Sanake and Riku Inoki. All of these duos are great workers, popular with the crowd. They're all going to have fans watching back home who are heartbroken that they didn't get the championship. But ultimately, I have the magic missiles, the yellow arrow and red arrow. And with their powers combined, it's about time the face duo won something tonight. And they're going to do it. And look, everybody benefits. Everybody wins.
Oh my gosh.
My second match in a row in which that has happened. I'm just saying, sometimes I know what I'm doing. Not always, but sometimes.
Sometimes. Don't get ahead of yourself.
And Red Arrow suffered an injury. God damn it. No.
Oh man, I'm totally gonna have an injury tonight.
0% chance. That's not even
and Hana.
Yeah, well, that one said 0.1. This is 0. They didn't even run.
You should have just not gotten injured instead.
I guess I vacated the title. Shit. Well. Huh. Okay, well, I know what I'm doing in the next weekly. He got over with the fans, too. They loved him.
Oh, that's
they
so
loved
sad.
him, and he got injured. And,
I mean, they're gonna love his return, though.
They will.
I'm going to put together a very mediocre return package because, again, our production facilities are not great at the moment. But, I mean, I will say this. I'm going to level up my doctor a lot earlier in this playthrough than I have before. So I guess that's something. Oh, the Western Watch continue to get a bunch of rep points here. They and the Sky Sentinels seem to be the big winners of the night so far. But I got to tell you, that's heartbreaking. That is genuinely heartbreaking. I had such plans for the magic missiles. They were in it for the long haul, and now I have to wait and see what the doctors say. Well, you got to move on. The show must go on, and I've got 2 incredible matches left on the docket tonight, including the Sorceress Supreme. This is the highest honor that you can have in the women's division. The Sorcerer and Sorceress Supreme are the 2 most powerful figures in the land when it comes to making decisions that will dictate which of these factions is ultimately making the decisions that will shape this magical land of ours. And so we have one from each of the 4 quadrants. Emu Amikio is an incredible worker, a big match specialist. There's nothing she can't do, ultimately. Lorena Lucier, the next best thing, which I think is meant to be like the next best thing, but not when you say it like she's the next best thing. It does hamper her skill set, which is a shame because she's fucking incredible. Sumi Kabuya, an incredible face, loves the gimmick matches, loves to put in the work. And of course, Skull Tabaka, the masked maniac. Honestly, kind of terrifies me that I'm not giving her the title tonight. But Emu Amikio, I mean, what more is there to say? That is a near 7-star match! There we fucking go. Double digits for everybody and near 100 points for Emu Amikio. She's going to become a face of my company. Just you wait. Love to fucking see it. The score of 4-1. Oh, man. Well, Let's see. Did I get any bonuses from that? No, just overall, she's quite popular and everybody wins, and I get my best match of the night so far. But it's time to take it home with the Sorcerer Supreme Championship. I have 6 of my best wrestlers in the ring. El Muerte Blanco, the White Death, face of my company. One of the most popular wrestlers in the world today. Prince Pretty Pink, the other face of my company. Popular and liked as a face of the company in more ways than one. Fishbone, the backbreaker, knows how to win over a crowd. A lifelong wrestler and champion of the scene. Adrian Lorenzo, just an incredibly charismatic guy and an acrobat. He does the leaps, he does the flips. The stuff that the fans are here to see, he does it better than anybody. Alpha Jackson, peak masculinity, which, given what we all know about toxic masculinity, it makes sense that he is a heel. But he is a 19-year-old phenom who's hungry for it. And who can forget Lucas Meltzer? 0 to hero. He is young. The people don't know him yet, but they're going to with skills like that. But tonight, it's about the core of the company. It's about the people who will prove themselves that they can be my face, that they can be the cornerstone of what we're building tonight. And for that, it's not going to be Fishbone. It's not going to be Prince Pretty Pink. The White Death is here. El Muerte Blanco takes the title. And that is another near 6-star match.
Congrats on your 6-star matches.
There you go. Thank you very much. I got 3 holy shit moments tonight, which will get me, when you add in my overall performance for the night. Let's see, is it down here? You can see all my different, the cost for Iron Man got decreased. That's great. Oh, here I go. I got 220 points for the event, based on the rating here. I did an over 5-star event when you average out the Wrestling Spectator, ringside chairs, and circled square communities. And I'm going to feel pretty good about that. But I am just one of the 4 wrestlers competing tonight. And so, it is time to turn things over to the Campeonato de Lucha Sur. Eduardo, are you ready?
I am definitely not, but I will say that yes, for purposes of playing this thing.
Here you go. First Blood is our lineup for the night. We're gonna, unless, is there anything you want to say before we jump on into a match-to-match breakdown?
No, it's just going to be very hype. I have no recollection at all what are my goals for the season, so we'll just do our best.
That we will. And it starts.
My goal is to have the best company, so that will have to be enough.
That'll have to be. We start with the Guardianes del Pucara Masculino. Am I getting close? Or should I just let you do these moving forward?
Sure. The Guardianes del Pucará Masculino will be the Constellation versus Hiroshima Hotties.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have the Hiroshima Hotties stick to it.
Okay. I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to click the button unless you tell me that you want to add a modifying finish to it.
I don't do. Can you click on finish? I just want to see what's available.
Yeah, so you've got some interference DQs,
Oh,
some
there's a
cheating,
lot of
distractions. You can squash a match, which I know one of you asked about. Double pin, a time limit draw. And there are some special ones for only the end match of the night.
No, this is going to be a clean ending. Just straight up wrestling. As I'm sure that most of our finishes will be. Let's go simulate.
Okay, who takes the win, excuse me?
Hiroshima Hotties.
The Hiroshima Hotties take the win. And the crowd loves it. Look at that, a 5+ star match. Both of them getting some...
Both of them won. Yeah, both of them got over.
Yeah, both sides.
Nice.
And that's a hot match, which builds some hype for the event overall as well. You love to see it. Now, tell us about our match number 2 tonight.
Sure. Just as we just had like okay, so now we have a very interesting match because we have Ryuji Sakola, who's the trainee under the former legend most of you will be familiar with, El Tigre León, and Max Campbell, who's the trainee of Arcángel de Fuego. So we're going to see which battle of the rookies, let's say, which is the best. For this one in particular, we're gonna have Max Campbell take the first one.
Max Campbell coming away with the W. A solid 4 and some change star match. There we go. Yeah, you've got some long-term storytelling to come with that one, I am sure.
Yeah, of course.
But we move on to our, and I'll let you pronounce this championship here.
Yeah, the Guardianes del Pucará Femenino. Also, just as we just had our male tag championship, this is the female one. We'll have the Phantom Troop versus Bittersweet. Let me see if I can give you any more intel on this one in particular. Yeah, Phantom Troop is based off La Fantasma and King and Cohen. You know, they're a deadly duo. Versus Lulu Cherry and Alison Cruzan, who are the Bittersweet tag. And the Bittersweet tag is going to take this particular win.
Okay. Yeah, we've got some faces and a neutral because Alison Cruzan, I believe, is a neutral alignment there. Bittersweet.
Yeah, that's why they're Bittersweets.
Look at that 5-star match right there. Yes. And another nice experience boost for your tag belt. But here we go. This is the one I've been excited about because it is the One Will Survive match, a match that is exclusive to the Campeonato de Luchador promotion. Can you describe what fans can expect here?
Yeah, this is a War Games. Basically, it's a cage match in which people are entering one by one. Once you're eliminated, you're out, and only the winner will take the title. Also, the female main title, Campeonato Cuyen.
Do you have any thoughts on these wrestlers and ultimately who's going to come out on top?
Yeah, I think that honestly, I think I have a lot of people that are very strong wrestlers. Of course, Violeta, Leila Avalos, Alicia Rose, Sugeki Yama. I think the win is going to go to Violeta this time.
Violeta, the violet one, is going to take it out over a stacked house. And look at that, a 5-star match. Everybody getting some popularity, but Violeta, she's going to go into the mid-850s. She is on her way to becoming a true face of the company. But look at that morale. Everyone's happy to be here. Everyone's happy to be watching it. That One Will Survive match, I think you've got another one on the card tonight, which means you've got another a level up that you can look forward to on that gimmick, I believe. But for now, we move forward to a street fight. We see a fucking chainsaw up in here.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I mean, like,
There's a murder on the card.
No one's beating El Cuervo in a street fight, so he's gonna take the win.
That's fair. El Cuervo the Raven is not to be denied. What a mask. Oh, look at the bleeding. Oh, that's great. That is a 6-star match. Your first 6-star, Eduardo. Well fucking done.
Well done.
Great form.
Nice.
The blood really helps. That's going to get you a holy shit moment because El Cuervo put Kyle Cage through the announce table with an elbow drop from the top rope. You love to see it.
Big hog.
And the experience boost you got there got your street match up to silver, which means that fans are going to be more hyped to see street fights from you moving forward. Well done. Well done indeed. And here we go. Oh, we got a battle royale. Talk me through it. What are our lovely mix of contestants fighting for here tonight?
Give me 1 second, sorry.
Well, here, this is obviously a battle royale match.
Sorry.
There's no limit
back.
on the number of competitors. So, yeah, tell us how you chose this incredible field.
I mean, like, mostly I picked like only the best of the best for the Campeonato Antu, the male mid-card. We have, like, basically everyone's here. Tigamber, Lionel Lunix, Tigana, Metralladora Anderson, Cameron Johnson, Liam Draco, Razor Jackson, Hijiro Boldo. All of your favorite wrestlers will be entering the ring one by one, but only one will live with the title. And that one in particular, It's going to be very interesting, honestly. I think this one in particular will go to Liam Draco.
Liam Draco, the fighter. He is the 25-year-old face, and he's going to be a champion. Now, there are too many people in this fight to mark everybody down, but this is a 5-star match. We see a massive boost from him, both in morale and overness. 63 points of popularity is always nice to see. And a lot of feuds. You got a boost to everyone who had I think that was from the last match, actually. But you had a couple debuts of new gimmicks here. A couple of them went over very well. Gabriel Rivera's, unfortunately, does not appear to have clicked with the audience. It's actually got an overness decrease now, which is always the risk of the custom ones. They can be a real coin flip based on the charisma of your wrestler. But you got a nice bleed here. You got a nice, ultimately, you can't be mad at a 5-star match. And now we move on to, we got a faction feud. Though only one of the factions is named as such because, the guy who's organizing this event may or may not have gotten a little bit preemptive in locking in some faction ideas, and you may have to wait another week in game to get your thing set up. But tell us about these factions in the real world of this game of ours, and what's at stake here in this match.
I mean, obviously we have La Sagrada Familia, which is a Latino gang. They're basically all come from a long line of wrestlers, so they're just here to do business, bro. They don't know how to do it. They're like, we have obviously leading them is the Don of Lucha Libre himself, so they're basically this mobster style Latino kid gang. And then we have Rising Sun, which they actually train together. They come from a dojo in Taste. I actually borrowed them from New Tokyo Wrestling, the famous wrestling company overseas. They're all very well trained under the strong style wrestling. So the winners tonight are going to be the Rising Sun is going to take the win.
The Rising Sun takes the win, and that's a solid 4.5-star match right there. You love to see any match that leads with the fans being excited for both factions is always a good place to be. And I imagine we're going to see that feud play out more and more as we move forward. There's a lot of good bonuses here. We move on to the Toki Championship.
Yeah, this is basically our main King of the Ring that fans haven't seen it on screen, but they come from a tournament, actually, bracket in which both Conrad Supernova, Mr. Supernova himself, and Eagle beat all of their opponents in some very clean wipes, some easy squashes. It got a bit tougher in the semifinals, but now they're both here to win the disputed Toki Championship. But there's also an extra layer to this feud because they're trying to headhunt each other into their respective factions.
Yes.
Supernova is going to take this win in particular.
Supernova takes the win. There will be no changing of factions until the feud comes to a close, but Conrad Supernova strikes first blood with a near 5-star match. Conrad Supernova starting to get over with the fans. That's going to be big for him. And the Supernova gimmick had a good response.
I'm so proud of that one.
It's going to work out nicely for you here. We move on to our other one will survive match, our other War Games style. And you see here we've got 3 very concerning masks, one could say, in our centerpiece here. But what stands out to you with this War Games?
I mean, that's because we have the whole Psycho Circus here. The tag is here. We also have a form of Mad and Psycho, also with our faction leader of the Carnival of Carnage, Jason Styles. But we also have some tags into our side. We have the Omerta, the Corazones de Lucha, I think the winner of today, though, it's going to be Shinji Yano.
It's going to be which one? Sorry.
Oh wait, I he's not in this match. Give me 1 second.
It would be hard for him to win that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean like he can also enter like last second, you know. We're gonna give this win to yeah, I think the one that insists the most is Jason Styles, so he's worked hard for it, he's gonna take it.
Jason Styles, the clown. It's gonna make everyone else look foolish, and look at that.
Oh
It's
my.
a 5-star match. Everyone benefits from this one. Over with. That's a hot match. Everyone's tuned in. Everyone's having a great time. And holy shit, Jason Styles kicked out of Mad's finisher, used his body to get up, and asked to be finished off. What a badass. You love to see it. What a win. And we move now to...
Yeah, this is another match for the Campeonato Rayen, which is our main female championship. And Kelly Torres is going to take that very clean whip over Haley.
Yes, the tower here going up
Yes,
against
she's
the
also
Lunatic.
debuting her gimmick.
And look at that, a near 6-star match. That's a great way to get over with the crowd. They are loving the gimmick, increasing her overness substantially. And more importantly, Kelly Torres jumped off a 20-foot ladder onto Haley. The fans are going crazy. Your One Will Survive match did level up. Your ladder match didn't quite here, but something tells me that it might by the time that this is done tonight. Because you've got one.
Yeah, because
more on
we
the
still
card.
have our last main event, which is also another match for the male main championship, the Campeonato Andino. Also a greatest wrestler feud, in which Isamu Masuchi is going to feud against Chihiro Isahara, and Chihiro Isahara is going to take the win.
Yes, these are two faces of the company. The strong style specialist versus the career killer. And you said Ishihara gets the win?
Yeah.
Let it be done. That is a near 6-star match. Ishihara continuing to climb up the charts for your company. Now, because of that loss, Isamu Masuichi is no longer considered a face of your company. He has dropped below 1,000 points. He will have to work his popularity back up and keep it for 6 months if he wants to be a face of your company again. But your ladder matches will be cheaper moving forward. You have indeed pulled off quite the event, you know, without any of those pesky production segments weighing you down like mine did. I think here you go. That is a 5 and some change star match. You're going to get 220 creativity points as well. And that is well done, Eduardo.
Well done.
Yeah, I'm quite satisfied with that.
Which, of course, brings us to Toxic Teardown from the Glory of Legends. Xander, are you ready?
I am ready.
Beautiful. Here's our Toxic Teardown poster. Oh my goodness. Johnny Hangtime. He's won my heart in the other league that I play in my personal time. So it's hard for me to see him on the poster for a rival company. But you know what? I hope you're going to treat him well. That's all I have to say about that. Do you have any thoughts on that you'd like to share with our audience here before we jump on in to tonight's pay-per-view?
No thoughts, only wrestling.
No thoughts, only wrestling. Well, we start with the Return to Glory Belt Championship. This is a
Return to glory.
8-way steel cage. Tell us about this match and who's going to come out on top.
So, the Return to Glory belt is typically reserved for those folks that are on their way out and looking for a last grasp at glory before exile. That being said, it's the beginning of the promotion, so we've got a bunch of folks, you know, in the lower end, mid end of the promotion, really just fighting tonight to solidify and cement themselves as being above the rest.
and we've got a absolute banger of a match with a lot of let's say heated battles going on here, and some very aggressive wrestlers. So it should be an exciting one.
Yes. Now, do you have a specific pick, or do you want to let Orange Jesus decide to hit that simulate button?
So for this one, we leave it to RNGesus, because I'm going to be real. I hadn't decided who I wanted to win between a few people, and anyone can take this home, and I'll be happy with running with the storyline. So let's simulate it.
We have simulated. Kenny Diaz gets the win. Everybody benefits from an increased popularity boost and overness. It is a 4.5-star match, but more importantly, Kenny Diaz dragged Matt Payne's head across the entire cage, and the fans went crazy.
I'm glad to hear it. Kenny Diaz was in the top end of the selection there for who was going to take it home tonight. Kenny Diaz, of course, the Skull Collector.
Yes.
One of my heels that I want to build up. That the promotion is happy to run with, and yeah, he is going to return to glory tonight.
Yes, well, certainly he wins a couple more matches like that, and he is going to be well over with the fans. Now you have an event package here, which apparently I misled you here on this, Xander. It would appear, though I at least feel better that I made the exact same fuck up. The event package was somehow not for this event, but it appears to be advertising your February pay-per-view, which is a weird thing to do. I don't know why you would call the event package that.
Okay.
But it's okay. Yours went better than mine did, so congratulations.
Yay!
Yay, we did it. Mission accomplished. And here we go. The Women's Lightweight Championship. Tell me about this match.
All right, so Women's Lightweight here. We've got a pretty clear cut deal in the terms of the top three. All right, Anastasia, Korosaru, and Heika Imoto are absolute monsters in this weight class right now, in this end of the women's division. Heika, on her way up, has Asahi King, the legendary Asahi King, coming to her back, talking her up, hyping her up. And it's clear that this is really a battle also of Korosaru and Heika, and everyone else is just there to try and take some of the glory home with them. They're really just hoping to do well, okay, if I'm being honest. But at the end of the day, Heika's walking away with this one.
Heika is walking away with the win, and oh, what a win it is. Look at that, 87 popularity boost. Everybody gets lifted up for this one. It's a near 5-star match. As a 3-1 Iron Man win here. And we're seeing another champion to the For the People faction.
For the people.
They're on the rise. And people will have to keep an eye out for that continuing. But now we have the Men's Lightweight Championship, which is another 8-way Iron Man match.
Yes, another 8-way Iron Man match, okay? For the People, obviously, a faction built on, giving people the wrestling they want to see, okay? A lot of faces out there making a name for themselves, all right? This one, however, it's part of the Hangtime dynasty, okay? You've got Phil Hangtime going to war with Lethal Mark, with Christian Quinn, Hiromu Inchi, Dietrich Mullen, Bruno Henderson, our lowest end guy, but a guy who can take a beating, okay? And at the end of the day, and also Deputy Newland's there. He's a bit of a meme, okay, but he's a good time.
The 41-year-old cop is a bit of a meme.
The 41-year-old cop is a bit of a meme, okay? I don't know. I can't remember his name, but it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we all know where this is going. All right? Hangtime Dynasty coming in. Okay?
Hangtime lives up to the family name. He's going to take the lightweight championship. He's going to get that 58-point popularity boost. You love to see it. Everyone else can die mad about it. Bruno Henderson's, though, just happy to be here as a historic jobber. But here's the important part. Phil Hangtime was about to hit Dietrich Mullen with his finisher before they both collapsed from exhaustion. That got you your second holy shit moment of the night. So
Excellent. Thank you, Dietrich Mullen. Again, another warrior out there. Not his night, of course. Doesn't get taken home because it's all Phil. It's all Phil tonight.
it's all Phil tonight. And now you're plugging the main event, which has got another hang time in there. Again, your packages seem to be doing better than mine, so well done on that. People are very excited for this fatal four-way that's coming our way. But before that, we've got a battle royale, don't we?
We have a battle royale. All right, not the only one on the ticket tonight, but this is quite the battle royale we've built here. We've got some mean muggers. All right, we've got some rising stars. Okay, and we have a faction leader in here that's looking to throw down and ruin some people's nights, and that's actually exactly what he's going to do. Executioner Goro is going to run over this battle royale, the monster that he is, looking to burn it all down and making people wish that they were in any other match other than with him.
Yeah, slay who you need to slay. That's the Executioner Goro motto, and he's going to live up to it tonight. And there you go, your first 5.5-star match of the night. The pop-off is real for Executioner Goro. That's a 69-point popularity increase. You'll love to see that. You'll love to see Executioner Goro apparently suplexed Kota Super from the apron through the table outside, causing the fans to go crazy. Gave him an even further boost from there. That's 3 holy shit moments tonight, Xander, which I think puts you tied with me for that, with a couple matches still to go.
You love to see it. All right. Glory of Wrestling here to entertain the fans.
Yes.
And Executioner Goro showing why Burn It All Down. All right. They're on the heels of the big boys with For the People. Okay.
They're on the rise for sure. And that win is going to carry them a long way. But you mentioned the hang times earlier, and now we're at the tag team belts.
We're at the tag team belts. Okay. And tonight, we have one of my favorite lineups. We've got Hang Time Heresy, the middle brothers of the Hang Time Dynasty, all right? That's right. This promotion has not one hang time, not 2 hang times, not 3 hang times. It's got all 4 hang times, all right? And the middle brothers constitute an amazing tag team group, Hang Time Heresy. But they're in here throwing down with the Castle Crashers, the Castle Brothers. So they are fighting to see who the better brothers are. All right. Now, you've also got Vinland Saga. We've got our Vikings, Wolf Klein, okay, and Bear Winter, ready to throw down. We've got Oda's Revenge. We've got the Jolly Roger, okay? We have 5 groups, all of whom are at the peak, the pinnacle of tag team specialty, okay? But tonight, it can only go one way. And it has to go with Hang Time Heresy.
There we go. The Hang Times continue their domination tonight. And that's going to be a near 6-star match for Xander here. Well done. What a boost here for Hang Time Heresy. The Hang Times are going to continue their supremacy. We did get Skullshot to bleed in that match. And we are seeing, just in general, the Hang Times are going to continue their push. Title for title for title. It's taken them a long way.
Yeah. Conquest or Death also making a bit of a move on that one.
Yeah, well, they are the leaders of Conquest or Death, if I remember correctly. The Hang Times are a core part of that.
They indeed are, yes.
Well, now we've got our second Battle Royale of the night here. Tell me about this heavyweight championship. Because there are some familiar names in here. Executioner Goro is back, baby.
Yeah, so this is another battle, okay? This time, with some other stars you haven't seen, some that you do know. But this is most of the heavy hitters, all right, with a couple of notable exceptions that we're going to run into later tonight, all right? That being said, you've got some absolute animals from all of the major factions represented here. You've got Executioner Goro. You've got Braden Castle and Alex Jim. You've got Eric Hangtime, Gaijo Jade, Sho Fujino, Skullface, okay? You've got some up-and-comers that are trying to make a name. You've got Carson Gold, and of course, Bear Winter, who we just saw, one of the two Viking brothers, and Blue Arrow, all right? Making a name for himself and representing the Arrow brothers out here. Don't have all the arrows. We only got 2 of them, okay? But we do what we can, okay?
Yeah.
And
I mean, I did get one of them injured over in my promotion, so maybe you should have had all of them. Or maybe I can't be trusted with the arrows. I don't know.
and last but not least, of course, Kaiman Nomura. So this is a battle of very talented wrestlers, okay? And they're going for the heavyweight title. Any of them could take it tonight. It can be argued that there's a few clear-cut just above the rest, but anybody in this kind of battle royale could take it home tonight. And at the end of the day, it's going to be one of our upsets. Because even though Eric Hangtime looks like he's about to win it, Alex Jim is going to come out and take the win.
He's the superstar we need. And he is the superstar that is going to claim the men's heavyweight championship. A 94-point popularity boost in a 5-star match. You do love to see it. And look at the hype for the Emperor's Will feud that we've got going on. Is that 202 I see?
That's 202.
That's insane. I guess it keeps getting built up from all these other matches over the course of the night. I don't know what that will mean for its staleness, but I mean, holy shit. People are in. The rep boost from the factions and just how over the participants are. That's one that we're going to keep seeing. And Alex Jim slapped the taste out of Sho Fujino's mouth before both of them started brawling. So your 4th holy shit moment of the night, which does put you in the lead now. Congratulations.
Racking up the holy shit moments tonight.
Yeah, look, your bank is looking mighty nice. But you've got a feud package here. And unfortunately, I told you that our production facilities have not quite gotten there yet. Your producer somehow made it worse. So that's fun.
All right. Well, they're going to get slapped in the mouth in another promotion later.
They sure are.
So.
But hey, they got the feud info for the Ume Miko and Emily Everett, both of whom are in this match here, our Fatal 4-Way Iron Man for the Women's Heavyweight Championship.
Emily Everett, all right, the queen of the promotion right now. Okay, she has Asahi King behind her. Asahi King, once again, a legendary wrestler who is here to build up only the best, excruciatingly selective in who she trains and takes under her wing. And she has selected Emily Everett as the one to replace her. But Emily Everett has a battle. Jade Gatlin, Hanada Shiroki, okay? However, the most important part of this is her and Ume Emiko fighting over who the biggest monster of the women are in this division, arguably 2 of the greatest wrestlers that our promotion has, okay? However, there can only be one win. And tonight, Asahi King wins not once, but twice, because Emily Everett takes it home.
Asahi King only knows how to win, and Emily Everett is going to prove that right. Now, here's what you love to see. Emily Everett, she's already the face of the company. She doesn't need a massive boost, and somehow winning gave her the smallest popularity boost because all these other wrestlers are just graced to be in the same room with her. That's what we're really learning tonight. That's the power of Asahi King right there.
The power of Asahi King.
An incredible 5.5-star match. You can see the bleeding on Emily Everett, and she is thrilled to have brought this one home. But we haven't quite wrapped up our night here. I believe we are now at our main event, the 4-way death match.
the four-way death match. Alexandre Kennedy, Alexis Kovac, Kai Galvana, and the face of our promotion himself, Johnny Hangtime, the man of gold. Now,
he's got the crown. He's wearing a crown. He thinks he's already won this one.
this is a war, okay? This is a war. All of these wrestlers, extremely talented, ready to battle it out, okay? But tonight, it goes as everyone expects. Because Johnny Hangtime right now is just too good.
He's just too much to overcome. The Hangtimes continue their dominance of the night, and look at that, a 6.5 star match. That's how you take home some fans and really build up the hype for everything you've got to come. Big win for Johnny Hangtime and the morale boost. He is thrilled to be here, but everyone else, rising tide lifts all ships sometimes, and very important for Kai Galvana, someone who's also a face of the company, maintains that status with just the smallest popularity boost here. This is a hot feud. Now the Emperor's Will between For the People and Conquest or Death, which has increased their chance to have hype matches moving forward. And yeah, we're seeing that death match increase.
Did I get one more holy shit moment there? I think I did, no?
No, this was... Oh, wait, excuse me, you did. Kai Galvana, Johnny Hangtime was about to hit Kai Galvana with a finisher before they both collapsed from exhaustion. Fans are going crazy. That's 5 holy shit moments in a single night. That is how you get that bank account in a lovely spot. For the People and Burn It All Down had a good night, but Conquest or Death, I mean, they're the winners tonight. The Hangtimes could not be stopped. Let's see what that means for your overall score.
Was that 5 or 6 actually? Holy shit moments. Sorry, I'm just curious. Was that not
1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
5. Okay.
Wow.
5.
Yeah. Well done, my friend. Well fucking done. Let's see what scores the fans give you. That is another 5 and a bit star match. 220 credits to you. That is a 3-way tie so far. These early events, so many titles going where they need to go. So many talented wrestlers in this league. We're all getting there in different ways. But so far, we've had 3 really fun shows. Walter, do you have what it takes to put the rest of us to shame? Is the Stamford Wrestling Alliance ready to go?
I mean, we'll certainly see, because I will be honest, like you said, the championships, all of them were vacant, right? Brand new league. So you got to start somewhere. And, I'm going to be honest, you probably are not going to be seeing a ton of these feuds in the next pay-per-view, right? These are preliminary matches just to get the belts on people, and the feuds going forward are really what I'm going to be banking on going into the weekly television and the next pay-per-view. So let's begin.
Let's see what you've got in store for us tonight. The New Year Slam. Look at that poster. We've got quite the stable here in front of us. Do you have any thoughts you want to bring before we jump in to our card tonight?
Honestly, like I said, this is the preliminary pay-per-view. This is the very first time we're seeing all these people together. So it's mainly about getting the belt in the hands of the people that I want to be holding it for the foreseeable future. We're going to have, we'll have very few title changes probably to start, as we're kind of establishing some of these, faces. But like I said, we're building towards something. So I would not be surprised, if you guys with all of your explosive gimmick matches, don't take first place with the first pay-per-view.
Well, we'll certainly see. Obviously, the benefit of you having a lot fewer gimmicks is that you will always have that option to add some finishes in there if you have some specific storylines you want to start building. But before we get there, you do start with a classic Battle Royale match, the Theodore Vincent Heritage title. Tell us about this, the history behind this title, and who you've got really competing for this first belt.
It's kind of the polar opposite of the belt Xander brought up, where it's kind of like on your way out, your last chance for glory, right? This belt and the Mildred S. Robinson Cup, these are belts for the newcomers. These are belts for the next generation, theoretically. Now, that doesn't mean some old timer can't come in and put a young whippersnapper in his place and take their title away. But that's mainly the intention, is that we're using this as sort of a to get some of the lesser known talents over, give them a bit of a spot. They will probably be a lot of the opening matches that people see are well early into the card, with the exception of maybe one pay-per-view where they're kind of given their spotlight to shine. With that being said, one of the goals I was given for the league was I needed Cobra Gaston to win. Okay. So Cobra Gaston,
man, who could have seen this coming,
Royale, buddy?
Yeah,
with your Battle Royale.
There you go, a near 5-star match to start the night. A massive 76 popularity boost for Cobra Gaston. He is thrilled to be here. You've got some starting feuds here, these baselines. And holy shit, Cobra Gaston spat in Bryson's face when he asked for a handshake. That's one way to get your name out there and to give some love to the Scribner family, who get their first championship of the night. Perhaps not their last, given what I know about the Scribner family. But we shall see how this night plays out. Next up, we got a submission match. Speaking of the Scribners, tell me a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, so the Scribner family are one of the factions, obviously, led by the oldest brother, Colton Scribner, but also Livia is really kind of the matriarch, even though she's their older sister. She's really the one pulling the strings. She is the one doing most of the talking, and her younger brothers do most of the fighting. But that is why we will be adding a finish to the end of this.
We will.
We are going to be adding a little bit of a distraction to it. And of course, Colton Scribner is going to win the match.
There you go. We're going to add a distraction. The fans may not love it, but they do love the smooth performances of the night. It is going to get Colton Scribner the win. And is going to build up some story opportunities moving forward for sure. And Cobra Gaston already starting to get over with fans. The submission match benefit also really coming through here. You're going to level that up in no time. So a very nice start to this event here. But now we are at our Trio Champions Championship. Really feels like the game's bullying you by adding the second championships there. But tell us about this trio you've got going.
So I guess I'll back away for a little bit. We do have 6 factions, 5 beyond the Scribner family. 2 more you're seeing here. You are seeing Dominatus Tenebris, which I'll be honest, they're probably the big super heel faction, as maybe we'll see a little bit later in the card. We also have the Kingdom. We have Prodigy, which is really just Devontae Harrell's kind of faction, where it's mainly him and a tag team, and his father really trying to push him and get him over. Some young guys over there kind of getting their start here in the SWA. You have our big baby ace faction, the Lads, which again, we'll see some of them later on in the show. And then we have Eternum, which is facing Dominatus Tenebris here. And with what is kind of a shocker, Eternum are going to win this match.
Whoa, we've got an upset, y'all. And the Eternum are going to benefit from it. That is a nice popularity boost there, and it's a nice 4 and some change star match. And a good kickoff to this feud, which is going to end up getting a nice starting hype of 46. That's easy to build off of should you have more you want to do here. And Eternum already up to Reputation 5. You got them to level up here on that one, because each of their members, when they're in the same faction, that's a 1 championship for all 3. So good stuff for Eternum tonight. But we've got a new gimmick for Heizo Ogawa. Do you happen to remember the gimmick you picked here?
Did I write it down? I did not write it down. I want it was something like it was something about a shoot fighter. It was something shoot fighter.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
That sounds
something
about
shoot
right.
fighter.
I also just want to point out that apparently you have the one good producer in this entire group we have here. I guess we don't know Eduardo's producer because Eduardo did not have any production segments tonight. But oh boy, you got a 4-star segment, which has to make Xander and I a little bit jealous.
Fantastic.
But that brings us
Only a little.
only a little. Kenzo Nai versus Keiichi Sakurai for the Intercontinental. What are our storylines heading into this match?
Honestly, this is going to be, primarily the work rate belt. So this is some foreign wrestlers coming over from Japan. That is something that we want to highlight for the American audience. Some more Japanese strong style wrestling, as Eduardo mentioned earlier. We do have quite a number of them. And if you guys pay attention, there is someone that's very interested in all these Japanese wrestlers. That'll be kind of around the periphery. Maybe soon we'll see what is taking shape, and if maybe they unite under one banner. But for this match, we have Keiichi Sakurai winning over Kenzo Nai.
Sakurai is the real one, and oh boy, is that the match you were hoping for. A 5-star intense match to get him a nice 55-point popularity boost. He is well on his way. As he moves his way through the upper mid card into a force to be reckoned with. What a fun match to start here. Doesn't look like we have any more holy shit moments. So we do get to confirm here. So he was the stoic shoot fighter, and it went over great. They're marking out, which gave him a huge overness boost. So well done there. Now, tell us about the Mildred S. Robinson Championship, because we've got I believe this is an 11-person battle royale?
Yes. So, as I said earlier, the Theodore Vincent and Mildred S. Robinson Championships are kind of for newcomers, kind of for the young stars. Between this and the men's champion and the women's champion, those are the only 4 belts that have any kind of stipulation of you have to be a man or a woman to to fight for it, right? All the other belts are intergender. So at some point we could have a female intercontinental champion. We could have a female tag team champions or an intergender tag team or trio championship. But this is the belt for the young women to sort of kind of get their burst onto the scene and show off and kind of, get ready to move into the upper mid card and into the main event. And they are named after the second kind of owners, the son and daughter of Harold G. Vincent, the founder. And Jessie Mallory will be the first Mildred S. Robinson Cup winner.
They say she's got potential. And oh boy, is she going to show it tonight with a win here. That is an 87-point popularity boost for her. A nice 4 and some change star match as well. And that is the most points I have ever seen for a Disrespect feud in my entire life. Oh, because it's the faction. Everyone's giving it a boost. Wow, the faction feuds go hard. I did not realize just how hard these went. But more importantly, Jessie Mallory hit Brooklyn Kimbreel with her finisher off the top rope, which got an extra 30 creativity points for you. So a very nice match and a big win for Jessie Mallory, who is no longer considered a jabroni by the rules of the game. So good for her. Now this one, we just got a straight up match. There's no gimmick. There's no nothing. Tell me why are these wrestlers in the ring?
Listen, you need some filler matches, right? And this is mainly about getting Assassino over as a monster, preparing him to deal with some of the upper card baby faces. And he's going to win in an added finish, a squash match.
Yeah.
This is a squash.
Assassino
Straight up a squash.
Taking the win.
Sorry, Kevin Bates.
Yeah, the fans, it's hard to enjoy a squash compared to some other a squash, I should say. We all the squash has no heroes, though we do love him all the same. But this is a tough one for Kevin Bates, but a big win for Assassino. The unruly face of Carnage is going to fight again, and we'll see exactly what he has to offer. He is starting to get over with the fans. So like Marie Barrett, don't be surprised if he starts getting some bonus stars sooner rather than later, which would be huge for him. But now we move to our tag championship champions. Tell me about this fatal 4-way street fight match we've got.
Yeah, so we have some of the tag teams. One of the big things that when I was doing my draft was I really wanted to have the best tag division out of us four, which really relied on getting guys that have a lot of experience with each other. We have the tag teams here of... I just opened something. We have the tag teams here of Down Under, Sean Torres and Matt Militant. They are part of the Lads faction. We've got Hollywood Bound, Joey Stone, and Cairo Oliver. They are part of Dominatus Tenebris. We've got Parole on the Roll, Ryan Gill and Seb Ashton. I believe they are part of the Kingdom. And then we got Baja Lucha. They are not associated with any current factions, but maybe if they get a couple of wins here, kind of go on a little bit of a roll, maybe someone will be willing to add Rey Sangre and Surfista Hermano Santos. But tonight, the winner is going to be Down Under. Our Aussie guys, our fun-loving baby faces, they're going to take the win.
Aussie, oi, oi, oi. That's going to get you a 5-star match, my friend. And a nice popularity boost therein. Let's see if we get any... Oh, here we go. Yeah. Matt Militant kicked out of Joey Stone's finisher, used his body to get up and asked to be finished off, which gets you a holy shit moment. Your third of the night. And I will say, because of the way you've handled things, Walter, you have so many more creativity points than the rest of us. That is really, cannot stress enough how much bank you are bringing in as of right now.
Listen, you save a little bit on the front end, so you can spend it all on the back end.
That's what they tell me. But right now, they're telling me that we have the men's championship. Again, they really are bullying you with that. Tell me about Ethan Wilde versus Craig Opley.
So, Craig Opley is a member of the Lads. He's not the leader. The leader is Connor Cretin. But he's a good second in command. He doesn't really worry about being in anybody's shadow. He is a little younger than Connor. Connor kind of took him under his wings, has been kind of showing him the ropes, and really pushed him to go for this men's champion match when they were doing some qualifiers and things like that out on the indie scene. Craig here, he's going to be fighting up against Ethan Wilde. Kind of a similar story over there in Eternum between Daniel Stevenson and Ethan Wilde. Again, Dan Stevenson, he's the leader of Eternum. He's brought Ethan Wilde to kind of being under his wing to kind of teach him what it's like to be a wrestler, to be kind of towards the upper main event, but doesn't always agree with Ethan's decisions in matches. Ethan he's brutal. He's a little too brutal sometimes. He has lost a number of matches on the indies via disqualification because he doesn't like to listen to the ref and he doesn't know when to stop. Wow. And because of that, Craig Opley is going to sneak the win here on a roll-up. Okay. Theoretically, unless they give a finish. We're going to do...
I don't know if there's a specific roll-up.
I know, I wasn't adding an actual finish. I was headcanoning it. But yeah. Craig Opley is going to win.
Absolutely. No, 100%. And look at that boost. That is a near 5-star match, but a massive popularity boost for Craig Opley. And you could tell Ethan Wilde, the fans enjoyed what they had to see from him as well. I imagine this will not be the last we see of Ethan Wilde.
These are the future faces of this company. Way down the road, the future faces.
And once again, Craig Opley hit Ethan Wilde with a finisher off the top rope. That's 30 more creativity points. You are racking up them points right now. Which brings us to, I believe, our second to last match of the night. Tell me about this women's championship we got.
Yeah, so Aiko Haruka and Empress Kabuki, again, wanting to bring Japanese style, strong style, but also Joshi wrestling over here to the United States. Kabuki and Haruka have a long-standing history with each other in Japan. They have been young lions in the same promotion, and when we were kind of scouting for talent, we were looking at young wrestlers from some of these foreign promotions to bring in and to see if we could secure, particularly our women's division. And we were just absolutely blown away by what these two women could do overseas. Brought them in, decided the American fans needed to see what these women were capable of, and Empress Kabuki will be our first SWA Women's Champion. And I'm not going to write this in pen, but I would not be surprised if she's also the first intergender champion in our fair promotion.
Well, we do love to hear that. But right now, the Empress takes her rightful throne as the women's champion. And look at that, a 5.5-star match, asserting herself as the woman to beat in this promotion. A very nice win. And not only that, but holy shit, Empress Kabuki threw Aiko Haruka face first into a ladder set up in the corner for another holy shit moment. But I believe, is this our final match of the night here, Walter?
Yes, this is our main event. Now, as I've discussed, there are a number of factions, and you are looking at 3 of the faction leaders. You have Christopher Devlin, leader of Dominatus Tenebris. When he was putting together his faction, he pulled some of the most dastardly and vile people on the indies to come work for him. Known as the Hitman, he is not afraid to get in and do dirty work himself, but he'll make his opponents work for it. On the indies, he was very, very well known for not just giving the challenger a match. He is someone that goes, you have to go through some stages of hell to get to me. You have to prove that you're worthy of wrestling me. Connor Crean, on the other hand, is the leader of the Lad. Radiant Pillar, he is about as white meat babyface as someone can get this side of John Cena. He is a bastion for honesty and integrity, well known for his open challenges on the indies. Much to the dismay of some of the promotions he worked with, he would put random championships on the line that he had in other promotions. Of course, because he was so good, he would win and protect those. But there's a reason why the indies don't really miss him all that much. It's that sort of freewheeling, I'm so good, I can beat anyone kind of style was starting to grate on them. But he could be a great first champion here, which leads us to Drew King, the leader of the kingdom. Listen, he's the king, and he pays his workers to keep him on top. With that being said, it is the devilish Christopher Devlin that will be the first SWA World Champion.
Now, I do want to point out that because, well, actually, is this... I thought there was no... I am kind of surprised that that's not... Is this not the main event? Well, whatever.
Is this the main event?
It
says it's the main event.
It's interesting. I don't know why it's not letting me throw out... Because I was going to say, you got this lovely ring collapse. I was going to give you an option for that. But it's not going to let me, so I'm just going to give you exactly what you asked for. And what you got is a 5.5-star match. Look at that. Massive popularity boost for Christopher Devlin. You know that the buff that is going to give for his faction here is massive. Yeah, we're seeing, I mean, we've seen a couple big nights for the lads, but Dominus Tervis, a couple big ones here. But one, it's again, Christopher Devlin spat in Connor Creedon's face when he asked for a handshake, really setting up perhaps a feud there down the line as well. But that, I believe, takes us to the end of your event. And Walter, this is not quite a 5-star event, unfortunately. You are going to get 160 creativity points, but it's near 5 stars. It is a fine start, given that, as you described, you're playing the long game on this one. Now, what does that mean? Well, it would appear that ultimately Xander with the Toxic Teardown wins the night. 600,000 viewers, and you gained 27,000 fans tonight. I came in second, just barely, with 543K viewers and 11.4K fans. Eduardo right behind with 537K viewers and 9.7K fans, which unfortunately means, Walter, you did have 462,000 people tune in, which is a very nice viewership stat, but you lost 48,000 fans overall as people checked out these other places. But we have a lot of storylines.
Hang on, I got a call on the line.
Uh-huh.
I got a call.
Yeah, Phil, it's 50. Yeah, I'll give you 50 right now. Yeah, 50. Absolutely, whatever you want. Okay. Yeah. All right, bye.
Oh my goodness. Well, we will see what this has to bring. I certainly. Oh, sorry. Yes, Xander. Yeah. Any final thoughts? Is there our leader here, our winner of the night?
You know, I just got to say, our promotion came in with a strat today, okay? And that strat is a really well-known strat. All of you at home know it. It's called winging it, okay? And tonight, I got to say, winging it did us justice. Toxic Teardown is happy to take home the 27,000 new fans, all right? And slightly edging out Broken Oaths and First Blood. And of course, New Year Slam. Really well done to all the promotions tonight. But listen, you know, Emperor's got a new groove. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Look, the future is bright for wrestling. I think we can all agree on that. I certainly would be feeling a lot better about my night if my tag champions that I was planning on having this for like 6 months didn't just vacate the title due to an injury of indeterminate length. I'd feel better if that hadn't happened.
That's
but you
totally
can see
valid.
A lot of very fun headlines from the Spectator here. A lot of new champions crowned. The big wins. Christopher Devlin gets a mark here. Eduardo, do you have any final thoughts on your performance tonight?
I mean, I think it's going to be a bit back to the drawing board for us. We did have to make some last-minute calls, change some schedule, and I think that noticed in the fans. But we still had, we earned some fans. We had no injuries, so I think it's still generally a win for us for our first showdown.
Mm-hmm. I think that's very fair. Look, it's always, whenever you're getting above 5 stars, you're doing something right. It's just about the tweaking from here. Walter, do you have any lessons learned, things that you're taking away? Because you have a lot of creativity points to start building up some potential bonuses and really go hard on the next couple events. What are your thoughts here as you're going to try to win these fans back?
Yeah, Sasha, it's going to be 65. Just don't tell Phil. Yeah, 65. Yup. Can you be here next week? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Tell Guya too. Yeah, if she wants to come, I'll pay her too. Listen, like I said, I expected to lose week 1. I'm not gonna lie. I expected this. I prepared for it, and as you see, I got a lot of money in the bank. Mm-hmm. To build towards, right? I think I underestimated the power of gimmick matches, but like I said, the SWA is about good old-fashioned wrestling, mm-hmm. and I don't need to be using tons of gimmick matches. So when you guys are finally out of points and you have to rely on actual technique and skill, I'll just have Christopher Devlin come and kick your champion in the balls.
Well, the real fun here, because I don't think I've told you all about this, but 6 months into the year, there is a tournament that's going to see all of our best wrestlers pit against each other without our ability to influence the winner of the match. So we will get the chance for Christopher Devlin to quite literally kick some of these other promotions champions in the balls. That is in play. We have to get there, though, and it's going to be an interesting journey. Here's how this is going to work for those of you who are watching either on the YouTubes or watching the stream right now, which thank you so much for doing either of those things. We do deeply appreciate you. Over the next 2 weeks, between now and our next stream, we are going to simulate some weekly shows. Every wrestling promotion has their weekly shows that build up some storylines, get some packages going, and gets everybody ready for the next pay-per-view. we're going to be showing y'all the highlights. We're going to get the work put in so that we bring you just the pay-per-view in 2 weeks. We'll give you a little catch-up at the start so you know what you missed, kind of a quick recap of what these weekly shows have done. But there's a lot of movement that can happen with these weekly shows, right? You miss one week, you whiff on your schedule, and everyone else nails it out of the park. And these fans can change overnight. So we're going to put in that work and grind things out. But for now, we're going to say thank you all so much for the time. You can find me at Chase Wassenar on Twitter, chasewassenar.bsky.social if you're over there. And of course, the Rough Drafts podcast on Anchor FM, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. That's where my lovely co-host and I talk about movies, games, and all sorts of different shit. So go find us there. Walter, where can the nice people at home find you?
Oh, you guys can find me on Twitter at C80s_LOL. You guys can find me on Blue Sky at C80s.bsky.social.
What about you, Eduardo? Where can people find you, and is there anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, you guys cannot find me, but tune in here for the next wrestling stream and obviously support Campeonato de Lucha Sur, and we're gonna win this by the end.
Absolutely. There's some plenty more great wrestling to be found there. And Xander, if people want to follow a champion, we do have to give you credit for tonight, where can they find you?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of winners who do a lot of winning, you guys can, of course, find me all socials at Tentacle Coach. I'm coaching the Alawi, but also please go follow CUNY BC Esports. Watch Brooklyn College continue their esports domination if you've got the free time, and enjoy that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you. And winning is great.
Absolutely. We're gonna get. I'm gonna get my revenge sooner rather than later. But for now, we're gonna say thank you so much for your time, and until next time, goodbye, Internet.